Okay, Shalom, I want to start giving all praises due to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bakal Kadash, respect and honor to all you brothers and apostles and elders and priests and teachers that's out there to whom is concerning the gospel of truth. Okay, to the to the children of Yasha Allah. This is Saint Shema Basar, and this is quick, not going to be long and drawn out. We're going to go with 2 Peter 2 and 14. 2 Peter 2 and 14. 2 Peter 2 and 14. And it reads, having eyes full of adultery, and that cannot cease from sin, beguiling unstable souls, and heart they have exercised with covetous practices, cursed children, which have forsaken the right way, and are going astray, following the way of Balaam, the son of Basar, who loved the wages of unrighteousness, but was rebuked for his iniquity. The dumb ass speak. Well, we're going to stop right there. Let's read that again. Having eyes full of adultery, and that cannot cease from sin, beguiling unstable souls, and heart they have exercised with covetous practices, cursed children, which have forsaken the right way, and are going astray, following the way of Balaam, the son of Basar, who loved the wages of unrighteousness. Now I came across the scriptures earlier, and it made me think about the time that we're in now, which is the time of, what does that verse say? 2 Peter 2, verse 15. It says, the way of Balaam, the son of Basar, who loved the ways of unrighteousness. And our people is in that vibration and in that spirit as we speak right now, as the scriptures speak. Now, if you look up Balaam, the son of Bashar, he just loved the wages of just doing evil stuff. Okay? Then it made me come to my mind, is that I'm going to get that later, about it's the scriptures that says you're going to be a slave. Now, are you going to either be a slave to righteousness, or you're going to be a slave to being disobedient? But you do realize that the slave that's disobedient eventually will get kicked out of the house and go back into the field or be destroyed. He'll get kicked out of the house. Okay, I didn't say it the right way, but it's in I believe it's in Luke. Okay, so let me see if I can find that. Hold on, Matthew 6:23. I want to give you something. I'll be like, that brother, he chopping up the scriptures. I want to give you what it says. I believe it was Matthew 6:23. Was it Matthew 6:23? I know it was in your house's word, so I'm going to say Matthew 6:23 first. Matthew 6:23, real quick. It's not that one. I read that one. It's not Matthew 6:23. So let's try Matthew 5:29. It ain't that one either. Give me a second, Matthew. Let me see, is it John 8:34? Bear with me. Okay, yes, I got it. It's John 8:34, and it says, Yahweh shall answer them, verily, verily, I say unto you, whosoever commits sin is the servant of sin. Okay? And the servant abide not in the house forever, but the son abide forever. Okay, read it again. Verily, verily, I say unto you, whosoever commits sin is the servant of sin. Right, you be controlled by the sin. You being controlled by the lust and the desires of what you want to do, and of the world, the shiny things of the shiny display of things, which don't last forever. That's why the scripture says, "Seek your things in the heavens that don't consume and pass away." Okay, but not on things that's on the earth, because it rusts and consumes, and a thief can break in your house and take it. All right. And this says, "I say unto you, whosoever commits sin is the servant of sin." Yeah, because we're dealing with the spirit. We're not dealing with the flesh. And we have to fight the things of the flesh. So it says, "I say unto you, whosoever commits sin is the servant of sin." Okay? And the servant abide not in the house forever, but the son abide forever. Meaning Yahweh, when you come into Yahweh, you put away the carnal things, the things that are sin, and you embrace the righteous acts. Because it says, what does sin do? Sin is going to cause death, and sin is the transgression against the law. So what's going to happen? You're going to eventually be passed away. But if you set your things on Yahweh, which abides forever, you don't have nothing to worry about. Let's keep reading. "But the Son abide forever. If the Son therefore shall make you free," which is Yahweh, this is written in red, "you shall be free indeed. I know that you are Abraham's seed, but you seek to kill me, because my word have no place in you." I believe this is what he was going through he was going through the Pharisees, or the judge. Yahweh was going through the Roman persecution, or I'm not sure, but I know that's dealing with that. And then it says, "I speak that which I have seen with my father, and you do that which you have seen with your father." They answered and said unto him, "Abraham is our father." Yahweh said unto them, "If you were Abraham's children, you would do the works of Abraham. But now you seek to kill me, a man that have told you the truth which I have heard of the Most High. This did not Abraham. You do the deeds of your father." Then said they to him, "We be born of fornication. We have one Father, even God." And Yahweh said unto them, If the Most High were your Father, you would love me, for I proceed forth and came from the Most High. Neither came I of myself, but he sent me. Why do you not understand my speech? Even because you cannot hear my word. Because they blocked. That's their lot. And Yahweh was playing his role. Okay, you seen what he said. He said, but neither came I of myself, but he sent me. So who's higher than him? Is the Father. You are the father, and he says in verse 44, "You are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father you will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abide not in the truth, because there is no truth in him." And that's what is a lot of you scoffers. You are set up and you're playing your part, you're playing your role. Even certain men of the circumcision. And I'm not talking about with your foreskin and your penis being pulled back. I'm talking about the spiritual circumcision of you knowing the Lord's statutes and regulations and the ordinance of Yahweh, keeping them and doing them to your best ability. But once you come learning this word and these laws, you misuse it for self-gain. You misuse it to rob the people. Did you know that the ancient so-called churches, but I like to call them the tabernacle, not the churches, they were set up for people, for a community, to help the community run. And people used to give that money to the people of the churches, but it was for to bring the community to do good. Everybody was doing good, not just the preacher and his wife, or the pastor and his wife eating good. The whole community was doing good. And that's what the benefits of the tithes and offerings and stuff was for. It was for the community, for things could be done for the community of our nation. So what happened is the people took that and they got self-greedy and they start using it for themselves. That's where you get the mega churches from. The preacher or the pastor of that church shouldn't live no better than you. Y'all should be on the same damn near level. Because that money is not just going for him. It's for everyone. It's for everyone in the community to live just as good. You have some churches, man, or some tabernacle. Well, I'm not gonna say them because they not. The nations is not. Don't have nothing to do with no damn with the spiritual tabernacle. So for them, I'll say the churches, but for our people, I'll say the tabernacles. The tabernacle. And they used to take that money and they used it for their self-gain. They found a way to get greedy off the people. And that's why Christianity, no one really believes in Christianity. They mix this with the Bible. They don't believe in it because so many defiled things was used, but not from the Bible, but men used it and twisted it for their self-gain. Everything in this Bible is the truth. But man took it, twisted it, added a spin to it, did a remix on it. You know what I'm saying? Made it look good with his lies that he added on to it. And what did it say when you add on to this word? You can't add on to this word or take away from it, or you're going to be destroyed. So what's his lot? The man that does this to get self-gain, or the preachers and pastors on whom it may concern. But first and foremost, for the elect of Israel, the men that's chosen to do the Most High's biddings. All right, so I just wanted to say that. And then it says, and because I tell you the truth, you believe me not. Which of you convinced me of sin? And I say the truth. Why do you not believe me? He that is of the Most High hear the Most High words. Do you understand that? He that is of the Most High hear the Most High words. Wait a minute. There's people that's really not studying this, and they saying they got a relationship with the Most High. You can't have a relationship with the Most High if you're not doing His biddings, and that means following all His laws and His statutes and His statutes. You cannot follow Him because to follow the Lord, you have to be fulfilling His laws, and you would have faith by fulfilling those laws. So they go hand in hand. So that's just the playing with words, as they say. That's playing with words. Nobody can tell me about what I got with the Father. Yes, we can, because we the judges. You not fulfilling none of these laws in here. They'll tell you that, but they want no one high holy day. You know what they'll tell you? They'll tell you God is in their heart. That's what they'll tell you. They won't know none of the laws. They won't know one verse, but they'll tell you God is in their heart. That's to sum it all up. Don't ask them nothing. When you love something so much and you carry it out, you will see it applying towards your life. You'll see them individuals doing that, speaking it, living it, displaying it. Not just a secret thing saying it's in my heart, man. You can't judge me. God is in my heart, and nobody can't tell me. It would show a display. You would be doing the works of them. And you could tell by their works, their fruits of their labor. All right? And then it says, he that is of the Most High hear the Most High word. You therefore hear them not, because you are not of the Most High. That's it. Okay? That's it. Now let's go to, real quick, Proverbs 5:22. And I wanted to use that is because it was two things. Proverbs 5:22 is that the world has that vibration that I read. The vibration of unrighteousness. And when you challenge the people, they get mad. Proverbs 5:22, you touch something in them because they know that they ain't doing right. So they say, they try to make a quick cutoff. Notice this in the conversation. God is in my heart. Nobody can tell me the relationship that I got. Because they don't know nothing about Him. They just know that that's word manipulation. What does it say? Proverbs 5:22. His own iniquities shall take the wicked himself. You hear that? His own iniquities shall take the wicked himself, and he shall be holden with the cords of his sins. So you're gonna fall into your own hole. I mean, like digging up the hole for yourself. You dig the hole for yourself. You keep digging. You keep doing the same, breaking these laws, constantly sinning. All right. So you setting up a trap for yourself, like you giving your judgment to your own self. And that's what sin is, giving your judgment to yourself. Because eventually, what you giving out and what you doing, that's gonna come around and be the death to you. Think about how a lot of people die. If they was a robber, a murderer, a stick-up kid, and they was quick to get their money, most of them died of the hands of trying to rob somebody. If they was enticed by drugs, most of them died by drug overdose. It was the things that they've done. So a lot of times when you say karma, think about this, like karma goes around. A lot of times we judging ourselves, that how we live in our life today on earth. We carrying out our own sentence. We putting our own sentence on each other. Really, it's really coming from the Most High, but He give us a way out. But if we continue in this folly, we're carrying out our own sentence. We're doing it to ourselves. Whatever happens to us, that's the sentence that we deserve. That's the sentence that we carried out to ourselves. Romans 6:16, and that's it. This is a quick hitter. Romans 6:16. Then later on, I'm going to go on the highway and byway about 11:30, 10:30, and I'm going to do about the eyes. You'll stay tuned, but you'll have the eyes. I'm doing something about the eyes of the Lord. Okay, so that's a sneak preview. So I have that for you later on. Now, Romans 6:16. What's today's date? Romans 6:16. Know you not that to whom you yield yourselves servants to? This is the one. Know you not that to whom you yield yourselves servants to obey, his servants you are to whom you obey, whether of sin unto death or of obedience unto righteousness. Let me read that again. Let me start from 13 so you can get it. Neither ye your members as instruments of unrighteousness unto sin. Meditate on that. But yield yourselves unto the Most High, as those that are alive from the dead. Because see, you're spiritually dead on earth. Then you become alive again. That's them dry bones in the valley in Ezekiel. You come and you become a man again. You become a real a person again. You become alive again through the law, statute, and commandments. That's why when the Lord made man, He blew into him the breath of life. But what man did He do that to? His chosen man, Adam. It says, neither ye or your members as an instrument or unrighteousness unto sin, but yield yourselves unto the Most High, and those that are alive from the dead, and your members as instruments of righteousness unto the Most High. For sin shall not have dominion over you, for you are not under the law, but under grace. Here it is. What then? Shall we sin because we are not under the law, but under grace? God forbid. No. So this is this goes back to what I first was stating, is that individuals to whom it may concern, you know who you are, or we can watch them walking down and fro back and forth on the street. This is what they use. They would use, this is called word manipulation. Watch out for it. Trickery. And they would say, God is in my heart, and nobody knows about my relationship with God, and I'm under the law. God have mercies on me. So they can continue to do their folly. But now, what does this say? What then? Shall we sin because we are not under the law, but under grace, because we are under grace because Yahweh Shah. But that don't mean you to continue to murder people. That don't mean to continue to feed your people drugs. That don't mean to continue to be a stick-up artist. All right? And to do all the things that you want to do. Look at another man's wife, try to scheme on another man's wife, and then say, oh, we under grace. God can forgive me. He knows my relationship with him. Nah, it don't go like that. We are not under the law, but under grace. It says, what then? Shall we sin because we are not under the law? That's what the sinners would use, so they continue to carry out their sins. That's what they use. Because we are not under the law, but under grace. And it says, hell no. Excuse me. It says, God forbid. No. Know you not that to whom you yield yourselves servants to, obey his servants, you are to whom you obey. Think about that. Whether of sin unto death, which is going to lead you to death, or the straight gate, or obedience unto righteousness. But the Most High be thanked that you were the servants of sin, but you have obeyed from the heart the form of doctrine which was delivered to you. Being then made free from sin, because this is the doctrine, this is the gospel of truth, the doctrine of truth. This is the pure doctrine. And we wake up men. That's why it's so important for us to preach the gospel of truth, to bring the dead back. The dead is the dry bones in the valley, to wake them back up. And to wake them back up, to bring them home. Home is this. Is Israel a homeborn slave? Why is he? Because he don't got this. Haggai chapter 1, verse 5 and 6. Consider your ways. Israel does not consider his ways. But they do what they want to do, which is folly. Continue on reading. Being then made free from sin, you became the servants of righteousness. I speak after the manner of men, because of the infirmity of your flesh. See, the flesh makes you tangle with the spirit. It tangles. But the spirit is Yahweh Shah. And the spirit of Yahweh Shah abides forever. But the flesh dies. It gets rid of. It's not going to be here forever. It's just like a shiny display. It looks good for a little while. The poof, it disappears. For as you yield your members servants to uncleanness and to iniquity unto iniquity, even so now yield your members servants to righteousness and unto holiness. And that's what we be trying to do. That's love to the highest level. Come back home, brother. You know, when your kid gets sick or he get in some trouble and he ain't got nowhere to go, and he had his last thing, his last hope, you know, he come back home and the parents welcome him and they fix him back up. They keep him strong. And then when he gets strong again, they send his ass back out there. And that's love to the highest level. So it is evident that the Lord exists. Another episode of Performing Nas, Brother Shema Basar, Shalom.